I'm Annette Lakey, Principal here at Lakey Family Law. Understandably, child support and spousal maintenance are areas that we get many questions about. In fact, people often think they are one and the same, but they are actually quite different. Child support payments are solely intended to assist with the cost of raising your children and will typically continue until each child turns 18. Spousal maintenance, on the other hand, is designed to assist with meeting your or your spouse's reasonable living expenses for what is typically a defined period of time. So let's start with child support. You and your ex have a couple of options when it comes to determining what level of child support is appropriate. You can have a child support assessment done through Services Australia, which will determine who needs to pay child support, how much they need to pay, and how often it needs to be paid. It's known as periodic child support and is based on each parent's income and the amount of time the children spend with each parent. It is also legally enforceable. However, as any parent will tell you, there are many costs associated with raising kids that extend beyond normal living expenses. Things like school fees, private health insurance, extracurricular activities, childcare, uniforms, and the list goes on. Which is why many parents decide to enter into a child support agreement, either instead of the periodic assessment or in addition to it. Now, spousal maintenance is very different. In order to file for spousal maintenance, you or your ex need to be able to establish that there is a need for spousal maintenance and that your income or their income is not enough to meet reasonable day-to-day living expenses. The other party needs to have the capacity to pay spousal maintenance, essentially that they have money left over after their reasonable living expenses are paid. Now, what is classed as a reasonable living expense varies from case to case. So does how it is paid and for how long. In cases where there are young children involved and one parent has stopped working or works reduced hours to care for the children, the arrangement will likely to be for a defined period that takes into account when they can re-enter the workforce, along with any retraining they may need to undertake in order to do so. In other cases, where one person is unable to support themselves financially due to illness or disability, a different approach may be taken. The considerations and factors that surround both spousal maintenance and child support are complex and far too intricate to fully explain in a short video. If you are going through a separation and divorce and would like to know more about your options, we are here to help. We have extensive experience in both these areas and approach all matters with understanding, compassion, and professionalism.